From Omro down to Mayville, from Rosendale to the Ledge, and everywhere in between, it's time to get you caught up on everything happening in the Flyway Conference. This is the Flyway Focus Sport Report, your home for the best whip-around coverage of your favorite local teams. Now, with all the latest, here's Jordan King.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Hope you had a relaxing and restful extended Labor Day weekend. We're going to start this morning with more football. Full stats in from last Friday's games. We'll give you some of those. Campbellsport got a 45-14 win over Kewaskum in the Kettle Moraine Bowl. Riley Coleman led the offensive attack with 97 rushing yards. Trenton Schladweiler added 90 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns for the Cougars. Schladweiler also forced a fumble. Blake Heltemez was the leading tackler with 9 tackles and a sack. Looks like Springs has found its new quarterback. Ben Anderson had to sit behind Cullen King and Max Bauer the past couple of years, but it looks like it's paid off. Another excellent game for Anderson. He threw for 179 yards, rushed for another 69. Tate Schufts, meanwhile, had 15 total tackles for the Ledgers in their 27-10 win at Edgewood. How about the Cardinals? Mayville with a 47-14 drubbing of Houston, and Sawyer Hardesty had another nice night. 20 carries for 119 yards and a pair of touchdowns for the Mayville running back. Jordan Schlender added 118 total yards and 2 TDs. Ryan Clark threw for 127 yards and a pair of touchdowns as well. Winnebago Lutheran got a shutout win against Chilton, and QB Gannon Schwartz didn't even have to complete a pass. He was 0 for 2, but the Vikings ran for 210 yards. Cole Keifenheim had 74 and 3 touchdowns. Schwartz added 70 on the ground on just 5 carries and a score of his own for the Vikings. Spencer Lair led the team with 10 total tackles. Well, despite the 1-point loss, the Lions still look like they have one of the best offenses in the Flyway. Lemire churned out 361 total yards. Jackson Gable threw for 141 and rushed for 56 more. Taylor Schomburg had 167 total yards, both rushing and receiving, and 2 touchdowns. And finally, Omro lost 60-7 to Winneconne. Looking for a silver lining, it would be the passing game. Brock Fry threw for 108 yards, including a touchdown to Mason Huth. Huth finished with 98 yards and that score. Jason Lakash had 9 total tackles to lead things defensively for the Foxes. In volleyball on Saturday, Springs finished 15th at the Beast of the Northeast tournament. The Ledgers had a brutal Day 2 schedule. That included tournament champs Luxembourg Casco, Freedom, who's a Division II school, and Holman, which is in Division I. Excellent showing for Springs. Mayville went 4-1 at Hartford on Saturday. The Cardinals' only loss coming to the Division I hosts. They also beat Flyway rivals Campbellsport 2-1. The Cougars only had 3 of their matches from the day in max preps. They swept Waukesha South, lost to Waukesha North, and then had that close loss to Mayville. That's it for the weekend. Let's get into today's action. We'll stay in volleyball. 3 matches this evening. Springs hosts Random Lake. Mayville welcomes in Waupun, and Lemire makes the short trip over to Oakfield. Last chance to brush off the dust. Conference play starting up on Thursday. Conference play also starts for soccer on Thursday. Today, Mayville goes to West Bend East for a 5:30 match. North Fondy heads north for a 6:30 match at Oshkosh North. A couple of satellite members in action. Wayland Academy hosts Luther Prep at 4:30. Lourdes Academy plays at Oshkosh West at 7. 3 cross-country teams in action today. Lemire is at Iola Scandinavia, and both Laconia and Springs go to Marquezan for invitationals there. One correction from a previous sports report, and I appreciate a few of you reaching out to me. Lemire girls actually won their first meet of the season. So they got a win there. Did not come in second. A late change because of some unattached runners from Mile Split. Got that figured out and fixed up on that. And in tennis, Mayville hosts Lake Country Lutheran. Springs plays host to Howard's Grove. That's your Tuesday for the Flyway Focus Sports Report. I'm Jordan King.